Let me tell you a story. A story from the heart of Yoruba land, deep in the southwest of Nigeria, where history, honor, and destiny walk hand in hand. In those days, there was a village called Omi-Ìṣin, the origin of water, a land blessed by nature, guarded by tradition, and protected by a man whose name echoed across villages and kingdoms. His name was Ibíkúnlé. Ibíkúnlé was no ordinary man. He was a warlord, a Jagunjagun, and he bore the revered title of Elejoka, a title given only to those devoted to Ògún, the god of iron, war, and craftsmanship. Wherever iron rang, wherever blood met the earth in battle, Elejoka had walked before. He was a man of valor, feared by enemies, respected by kings, and deeply loved by his people. He had fought countless battles and never once returned defeated. So powerful was he that neighboring kings sent messengers to Omi-Ìṣin begging for his strength when war knocked on their gates, and Elejoka never failed them. Yet, for all his power, there was one battle he could not win. His wife was barren. No sacrifice, no ritual, no prayer. Nothing changed her womb. The man who could conquer armies could not command life itself, and this pain, hidden beneath his armor, followed him everywhere. Then one fateful day, without warning, Omi-Ìṣin was attacked. The enemies came like a storm, no drums of warning, no time to prepare. Elejoka rose immediately, iron in hand, fury in his eyes. He fought like thunder, cutting down foes, but the destruction was heavy. Homes burned, lives were lost, and in the chaos, the unthinkable happened. The king of Omi-Ìṣin was captured, but the sacred crown, the crown was not taken. The enemy village sent their demand, "Bring the crown, and your king will be released." When Elejoka heard this, rage consumed him. No crown would ever be traded for shame. No king of Omi-Ìṣin would remain in chains. He gathered 3 of his fiercest warriors and set out to confront the enemy himself. Standing before their king, Elejoka spoke with a voice that shook the ground. "There will be no bargain. You and I will fight, a duel. If I lose, you may keep the crown, but if you fall, my king walks free." Fear gripped the enemy king's heart. To refuse would mean disgrace. His people would call him weak, a coward unfit to rule. And so, though death stared him in the face, he accepted. At dawn, the duel began. Iron clashed against iron. Dust rose to the skies. The earth trembled beneath their feet. For nearly an hour the battle raged. Strength against strength, will against will. But in the end, destiny chose its champion. Elejoka stood victorious. Without hesitation, he struck. The enemy king was beheaded, and silence fell. Elejoka rescued his king and returned to Omi-Ìṣin in triumph. But fate had one more gift waiting for him. When he arrived home, his wife met him with trembling hands and joyful tears. She was pregnant. For the first time, the great warlord fell to his knees. Not in battle, but in gratitude. His joy knew no bounds. He made a vow that day. "If the child is a girl, her name shall be Iroinayo. Good news brings joy. If a boy, he shall be called Elebayo. Joy has come." Celebration filled Omi-Ìṣin. Songs were sung, drums were beaten, and from that day onward, no war ever conquered the village again. In time, a son was born. Elebayo. He grew in his father's shadow, carrying the same fire in his blood, a man of courage, valor, and honor, feared by enemies, respected by all, and loved by his people. And so, the legacy of Elejoka lived on. This is the story of Jagunjagun, a tale of strength, sacrifice, and destiny, written in iron and sealed by joy.